Good afternoon, Blind Prime here, and today I want to talk to you about more blind people armor stuff. Some tools that the blind use in order to get around, what I specifically use in order to get around. I utilize canes, of course. I'm not a big dog lover, and it's understandable. Not everybody's a big dog lover, so I'd prefer actually having a robot that leads me around, honestly. I'm holding out for the robot because, you just plug it in every night. It'd be awesome. I think robots are cool. I think a robot seeing eye robot is just awesome. Put that vehicle, driving technology where the vehicle can drive itself. Yeah, put that inside of a little robot, and then put that robot on the end of a stick or something, and then put the end of that stick in the hand of a blind person. Not only can the robot lead them around, but it can also give them instructions and tell them what road they're crossing. I think it's cool. It can also pretend to be a dog if somebody's, acts aggressive to the blind person, which I think would just be funny. But anyway, so today we're actually talking about blind canes. I've got two blind canes here, my everyday and my out and about. Now, my everyday cane here is a carbon fiber collapsing cane by Chris Park Designs, and I absolutely love it. I'm not really a person paid by Chris Park Designs to talk about this. This is just, out of all the carbon fiber collapsing canes I've had, this one's been the best. This is my friend here. Me and this cane, we go way back. This is good stuff. I used to get the Independent Living Association's carbon fiber collapsing cane, but it was not nearly as good as the Chris Park Designs one here. The important bit is this end little nodule. See, in the Isla, this tube goes straight down, and then it's straight flat surface all the way to the tip. Okay, and my tip here on the cane, just the tip, it gets really dirty. You don't really want to be touching just the tip of the cane all the time. You don't want that. So I've cut a groove. It's Chris Parks put a groove in the cane here, in the little edge, and then he also tapered the cane down so that there's also a ledge around. And what you do with that is you utilize the groove plus this little ledge to pull, and this is a newer one, you got to pull it out. And that way you don't need to touch just the tip whenever you're pulling it out. All right, and it makes it a lot easier. It makes it also a little more hygienic, because as a blind person, I don't like touching nasty things all the time. I wash my hands a lot because Lord knows what I'm touching. The world out there is dirty. So that's something really neat. I just wanted to showcase that because it is the difference between this cane and the Independent Living Association cane is that nodule on the end, just the tip of it, is you can pull that off. That's really nice. So what do I use this cane for? Well, this is my everyday in the sense of if I'm just going to the car, I'm going to a friend's house, I'm going to the mall, I'm going to the bank, going to the office, got to find my desk. Those are things that this cane excels at. You could put it in your pocket real easy. You could put it in your purse real easy. You could put it in your backpack real easy. It barely weighs 2 ounces. It's a solid portable cane. And this is out of the way. I've had multiple people see me come up with a cane. Then I put this thing away and I slip it in my back pocket, or I slip it into my sports jacket interior pocket. I try to get them to sew in a special cane slot in the interior pocket for this guy. And then before I leave, they're always like, "Hey, where did your cane go?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's in my pocket here." "Oh, it folds up that small?" "Yes, it does. It unfolds too. It unfolds to be 52 inches for me." Everybody, by the way, blind-wise, they have a size. You learn your size of cane. Mine's a 52, but some people require like a 60. Some people require a 48. There's some people require just a 30. Your children have even smaller canes than that. It's just the amount of area between the handle and the tip. It's really an important measurement. It's judged by your height. Now, here is my out and about cane. If I'm going to a concert, I'm taking this guy. And what is this guy? This is a weird one, okay? I asked for a collapsing cane from the Department of Blind Services, where I live here. And what they sent me was this. And this was years ago. This was like back in 2009 or something like that. That's a solid cane. I love this thing. It was not what I was wanting, but it was what I could use. So this cane, for a few things about it. One, it weighs a couple of pounds. It's a hefty thing because this is steel. This isn't aluminum. This is a steel cane. I know, it surprised me too. The other thing is it's made out of a hiking stick. So there are these hiking sticks you can buy that have adjustable bottoms where you can stretch out different parts of a hiking stick to change, the framework of it, judging on height and stuff. So you could pull this guy out and readjust different places on it, and that will determine, your hiking experience. And it's also built in such a way that when you tighten this down, you can put a lot of weight on this and it's going to be okay. You could actually put weight on this cane because it's designed to be a hiking stick. The only reason I know that is because a cousin of mine was in the Eagle Scouts, and he got one of these hiking sticks because they were going to go to Arizona or something like that and go hiking. So he got himself a really nice hiking stick, and basically it was this, which was really neat. The only difference is this one, where we usually come like tapered down to a point or a big broad flat thing at the bottom here, and instead they slipped on this bulbous red tip. Now this one has a bulbous red tip, where the other one just had a smaller petite white tip. And this bulbous red tip is okay, but it is a rounded one in the sense of like it rolls. The white tip on my carbon fiber cane here is not like that. It's solid. It's attached to the cane itself. This is a tapper cane. You tap, 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 tap to get around. This is a roller. You roll it back and forth. And the differences are very important to remember because some areas tapping canes are better, some areas rolling canes are better. I prefer a tapping cane, but not everybody does like a tapper. A lot of people just like rollers, and this is a roller. Now, this is a more rugged roller, and that allows it to do things like go through forest trails. I would take, if I'm going on a forest trail or something, if I'm going to hike, I'm going to take this cane with me because this is a hiking cane. This carbon fiber cane is not a hiking cane. If I'm going to Disney World or another amusement park, Six Flags or something like that, I'm going to go to, I'm going to bring this cane because this is the heavy duty cane. I can strap this guy down. It doesn't mean I'm not going to take this guy though. I will always have the everyday cane on me because you never know when you're going to come across, you go to the bathroom, you don't want to deal with this big hefty cane and, where are you going to put it whenever you use the bathroom if you have to sit down. This cane you can just slip into a spot. So you can like fold this cane up and just attach it to you. You could just put the strap over your shoulder or something. You could do a lot with this cane. But that way you don't need to worry about it when you go in the restroom. You've got your carbon fiber cane for that. But whenever you're trying to get through a thick a thick mash of people who may step on things like a cane, you want this guy because this thing can handle that abuse. If you're going on a path and you fall, you want it to fall with this one in your hand because this one won't shatter if it hits wrong. Like if the weight gets put on this one wrong, nothing's going to happen. You're not going to bend this unless you really try. If you really try to bend it, I'm pretty sure you can bend it. But this thing you can shatter real fast. There's no joke about that. I've shattered plenty of carbon fiber canes by accident, by just being a little too aggressive with my walking. That's why I suggest this one too. This is a good one for going out and about. If you're going into rural, you're going to visit a farm or something like that, take this cane with you because this one's easier to wash as well. If you happen to go through something that's a little poo like. Some animal fecal matter. You don't want this carbon fiber cane getting into that because you're going to close this up and put it in your pocket or in your purse or something like that. Do you want fecal matter on the end of that? No, you do not. So you take this to areas where you think something like that will occur, where there's going to be some quote-unquote landmines to get in your way. So that's just a little bit about these two different canes. They each have their uses. They each have their high points, and they each have their low points. This isn't as portable as the carbon fiber cane, but the carbon fiber cane isn't as durable as this cane. But you don't always need a strong, steel, sturdy cane to get around. in some situations, like going to the bank, you just need this. If you're going to a bank and stand in line and stuff, this cane is a lot easier. That way you can close it up and you can get to your business at the teller window, or you can close it up and get to your business ordering food. This thing is harder to close up. You're going to have to lean it on something. It's awkward. It's just awkward. But it comes in a very handy if you're going to go down to a freshwater spring and you're going to have a day at the beach or something like that. This guy will come in and save you, because this cane loves the beach. Carbon fiber cane, he doesn't like the beach too much. He'll work on the beach, but you want the steel one. Anyway, that's just a little bit about canes. The cooler thing about the steel one, before I let you go, is that unlike the carbon fiber cane here, which is 52 inches, the steel one is not. The steel one is completely adjustable. You can stretch it out to 52 inches, or you can stretch it out to whatever you want. But each one of these sections, let's see if I can get it stretched out as far as possible. Look at that. Just look at the insane length that each of these poles is. So there we go. I think that's almost at the end of it, and then we can stretch this one out. It's really tough to stretch out all the way. Does not like doing it. And we can close that up. I think that's almost all the way. And then we can stretch this one out here. Oh, man. These are... Oh. I almost went too far. There we go. That's it, completely stretched out. It's pretty nice. It's a good cane. It's a solid cane, and it's an adjustable cane. So if you're like a teenager and you're still growing, you're going to get taller, maybe don't use the carbon fiber. Maybe use this steel cane, especially, high school's filled with bullies and stuff, and a steel cane that you can have on your person at all times. Really nice. Nobody can take this away from you because it's your disability assistant device. And if it's made out of steel and can close in to, to about short sword length, well, that just so happens to be a nice little baton length here. It's basically the length of a baseball bat with a pistol grip. So just letting you know, this does come in handy in situations where it gets a little hectic. Just FYI. Good cane, good stuff. You can chase away a bear with that one. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. And please, tune into my channel, blind_prime, where I raise awareness for the blind and the visually impaired through alternative means and methods. And this is including to, but not limited to, talking about canes and the two different types of blind cane and how each has their strengths, their weaknesses, their opportunities, and their threats. Thanks so much for watching. Tune in next time. Bye-bye for now.